in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lift. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, Kimby, pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action with Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've got a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's Austin. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The Steelers had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Harris running straight ahead. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. For left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. Down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Wilson on the keeper. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bart.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Wilson denied on the 4th down keeper. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one. Now a hit and a loose football. There he goes right side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. taken at about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Oh, he shifts past him. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Go, Greg. 46 down, man. 5-4.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. That's good for 9 yards.
God damn, you can't fumble though. That's for fucking sure.
From the 32 now.
No matter how hard I hit your ass.
On the give, this is Harris. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Never make the mistake that these slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Wentz. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Here's Swift. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DeAndre Swift, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. But he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Hey, come on, Wilson.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson.
Ah, damn
Looking
it.
for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. Steeler touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going your way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Wentz now to throw. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a give, running left is Harris. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here comes Swift.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. Now Wilson. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
T.J. Watt, the all-pro in there to take him down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, Took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Miles Jack with a sack. Here's the Jets punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now Austin.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lefty, lefty. 82, 82.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all game long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, You just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
You did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking?
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief. Huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And yet again, nowhere to run. This time, maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wentz going to go on 4th down.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? and he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try to...
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Wilson going to throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here.
And as this defense walks off the field.